This podcast is sponsored by ScienceBasedLearning.com. Discover a passion-driven language learning system that combines ebooks, audiobooks, and videos with the science of spaced repetition. Maximize your learning and retention today at ScienceBasedLearning.com.
Expressions of doubt that trigger the Spanish subjunctive mood. Master how expressions of doubt trigger the subjunctive mood in Spanish with clear rules, examples, exceptions, and practice tips for learners. Understanding expressions of doubt and the subjunctive mood in Spanish. As learners of Spanish, one of the key challenges you will encounter is mastering the use of the subjunctive mood. Unlike English, Spanish frequently employs the subjunctive to express uncertainty, doubt, desire, emotion, or hypothetical situations. In this lesson, we will focus specifically on how expressions of doubt trigger the subjunctive mood, helping you navigate common scenarios where this subtle but important grammatical feature applies. What is the subjunctive mood? The subjunctive is not a tense, but a mood. It reflects the speaker's attitude toward an action or state, rather than stating a fact directly. When someone doubts, questions, denies, or expresses uncertainty about a situation, the verb in the subordinate clause often shifts to the subjunctive mood. Using expressions of doubt with the subjunctive. Expressions of doubt usually introduce subordinate clauses with que, that. Whenever the main clause conveys doubt, uncertainty, disbelief, or negation, the subordinate clause's verb should be in the subjunctive. Dudo que él venga. I doubt that he is coming. No creo que ella tenga tiempo. I don't believe that she has time. Es posible que nosotros lleguemos tarde. It's possible that we arrive late. ¿Crees que haya un problema? Do you think there is a problem? Notice how the verbs venga, tenga, lleguemos, and haya are all in the present subjunctive form because they follow expressions of doubt or possibility in the main clause. Common expressions of doubt triggering the subjunctive. Dudar que, to doubt that. No creer que, to not believe that. No estar seguro a de que, to not be sure that. Es imposible que, it's impossible that. Es improbable que, it's unlikely that. Puede que, it may be that. Quizás, tal vez, perhaps, maybe. With quizás and tal vez, the subjunctive is often used, especially when the speaker expresses uncertainty. However, sometimes the indicative mood appears in informal contexts to state a stronger belief. Examples. Quizás llueva mañana. Maybe it will rain tomorrow. Subjunctive conveys uncertainty. Quizás llueve mañana. Maybe it will rain tomorrow. Indicative expresses a bit more certainty. Exceptions and when not to use the subjunctive. While expressions of doubt generally require the subjunctive, there are key exceptions to remember. If the main verb affirms rather than doubts, when the main clause expresses certainty, belief, or fact, the subordinate clause uses the indicative mood instead. Example. Creo que él es inteligente. I believe he is smart. Indicative es because there's no doubt. No creo que él sea inteligente. I don't believe he is smart. Subjunctive C because of doubt. Some fixed expressions do not trigger the subjunctive even when they contain words like doubt or impossibility. For example, statements of factual impossibility often keep the indicative if the speaker is simply stating a fact rather than expressing subjective doubt. Example. Es imposible que él esté aquí ahora. Incorrect. Es imposible que él esté aquí ahora. Correct subjunctive. Pero, él no puede estar aquí ahora. Indicative used after negation of ability, not a doubt expression. Keep an eye on the intent behind the phrase. Doubt, denial, and subjectivity trigger the subjunctive. Affirmation, certainty, or factual statements usually do not. Summary. Understanding when to use the subjunctive after expressions of doubt is essential for natural, accurate Spanish. In general, use subjunctive after expressions of doubt, disbelief, or uncertainty. Use indicative when expressing certainty, belief, or fact. Pay attention to fixed expressions or idiomatic usage. Remember that phrases like quizás and tal vez can sometimes vary the mood based on the speaker's level of certainty. By practicing these patterns, you will develop a much deeper sense of nuance and fluency when expressing doubt in Spanish. For more detailed explanations and exercises on the subjunctive and other essential grammar points, learn more at sciencebasedlearning.com. Get your comprehensive copy and enhance your Spanish skills today.